This is the story of 22 kind, Yah's creation and everlasting love for his people. Understanding the 6 days of creation, followed by the Sabbath day, is critical to understand the very order of things. To understand how to track time, to understand the day, the evening, which is twilight, as part of the day, and night. Counting the days of the week, and understanding the months and years, his holy Sabbaths and Jubilees. But there is something else that is very powerful that is tied to the creation. Let's walk through the creation week as it is detailed in the book of Jubilees, and then look at it from a different angle. In the book of Jubilees, chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "The angel of the presence spoke to Moshe, or Moses, according to the word of Yah, saying, Write the complete history of the creation, how in 6 days Yahweh Elohim finished all his works and all that he created. For on the first day he created the heavens which are above, and the earth, the waters, and all the spirits which are the mighty angels. And he created the abysses and the darkness, eventide and night, and the light, dawn, and day. For 7 great works did he create on the first day. And on the second day he created the firmament in the midst of the waters, and the waters were divided on that day. Half of them went up above, and half of them went down below the firmament. And this was the only work Yah Elohim created on the second day. And on the third day he commanded the waters to pass from off the face of the whole earth into one place, and the dry land to appear. And on that day he created for them all the seas according to their separate gathering places, and all the rivers, and all the gatherings of the waters in the mountains and on all the earth, and all the lakes, and all the dew of the earth, and the seed which is sown, and all the sprouting things, and fruit-bearing trees, and trees of the wood, and the garden of Eden in Eden, and all plants and after their kind. These 4 great works Yah Elohim created on the third day. And on the fourth day he created the sun and the moon and the stars, and set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon all the earth, and to rule over the day and the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And Elohim appointed the sun to be a great sign on the earth, for the days, and for Sabbaths, and for months, and for feasts, and for years, and for Sabbaths of years. Now, quick side note. It is by counting the days from the rising of the sun which guides us to the beginning of the seasons and to our holy feasts. Sunrise, the start of a new day. Yah's creation has always known when the day begins. You hear the birds chirping at your window every morning. And it, the sun, divides the light from the darkness. And for prosperity, that all things may prosper which shoot and grow on the earth. These 3 kinds he made on the 4th day. Now Jubilees chapter 2, 11 and 12 goes on to say, And on the fifth day he created great sea monsters in the depths of the waters, for these were the first things of flesh that were created by his hands. The fish and everything that moves in the waters, and everything that flies, the birds and all their kind. These three kinds he created on the fifth day. And Jubilees 2:13 goes on to say, and on the sixth day he created all the animals of the earth, and all cattle, and everything that moves on the earth. And after all this he created man. A man and a woman created he them. And these four kinds he created on the sixth day. And there were altogether 22 kinds, or 22 kinds. And he finished all his work on the sixth day, all that is in the heavens and on the earth and in the seas and in the abysses and in the light and in the darkness and in everything. And here is where the display of Yah's love for his chosen people shines through. So after Yah's 22 kinds of creation, he ended his work on the sixth day. And he gave us a great sign, the Sabbath day, that we should work 6 days, but keep Sabbath on the seventh day from all work, as said in Jubilees 2:17. And you will also find this in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verses 8 through 10. And the angel of Yah goes on to say, and all the angels of the presence and all the angels of the sanctification, these two great classes, he has bidden us to keep the Sabbath with him in heaven and on the earth. And he said unto us, behold, I will separate unto myself a people from among all the peoples, and these will keep the Sabbath day, and I will sanctify them unto myself as my people, and will bless them as I have sanctified the Sabbath day, and do sanctify it unto myself. Even so shall I bless them, and they will be my people, and I shall be their God. Jubilees 2:18 and 19. Well, who were these people? It starts from the sixth day, the creation of man. This man called Adam. Just as Yah created 22 kinds during the 6 days of creation, he also created 22 heads of mankind, and it started with Adam. Now Adam's son Seth was chosen after Abel was killed. Now Seth on down to his great grandson Enoch. Now Enoch, the seventh man from Adam, called the scribe of righteousness, who walked with Elohim and spent 300 years learning about the works of heavens. In the book of Jubilees chapter 4 and 17 it says, and he was the first among men that were born on earth, who learned writing and knowledge and wisdom, and who wrote down the signs of heaven according to the order of their months in a book, that men might know the seasons of the years according to the order of their separate months. Now Enoch was chosen to learn and write down the interworkings of the heavens and the correct 364-day course of Yah's holy calendar year. In the book of Enoch, chapter 74 and 12, it says, and the sun and stars bring in all the years exactly, so that they do not advance or delay their position by a single day unto eternity, but complete the years with perfect justice in 364 days. Enoch taught us tracking the seasonal changes through intercalary days. Now Enoch down to his great-grandson Noah, who was used to save the chosen lineage as well as all of mankind and the lives of Yah's creation when he obediently followed Yah's command to build the ark. Through Noah's experience with the ark, he also confirmed what his great-grandfather Enoch taught because his experience was an example of a full year. And his ordained days of remembrance of the first days of the first, fourth, seventh, and 10th months are the intercalary or seasonal days that his great-grandfather Enoch wrote about. Now Noah had 3 sons, but Shem was chosen and given Yah's blessed land for him and his seed after him. In the book of Jubilees, chapter 8, verses 17 through 21, it says, "And Noah rejoiced that this portion came forth from Shem and for his sons, and he remembered all that he had spoken with his mouth in prophecy. For he had said, Blessed be Yah Elohim of Shem, and may Yah dwell in the dwelling of Shem. And he, Noah, knew that a blessed portion and a blessing had come to Shem and his sons unto the generations forever." Shem on down to his great-grandson Eber, who was the progenitor of what began to be called Hebrews. Down to Eber's great-great-great-great-grandson Abraham, who was called the friend of Elohim and became the father of many nations. Yah created a covenant with Abraham, and you'll find this covenant in the book of Genesis chapter 17 verses 1 through 8. But here are the points of promise of this covenant. The command to Abraham, "I am Almighty Elohim, walk before me and be you perfect." And here is what Yah promised to Abraham. He would multiply him exceedingly. He would be the father of many nations, and therefore renamed him from Abram to Abraham. He would make him exceedingly fruitful. Nations would come from him. Kings will come from him. He would give him the land of Canaan, and that this everlasting covenant would pass to his seed, the seed Yah would choose. Though Abraham had a son Ishmael through Sarah's maid Hagar, the covenant that Yah made with him was passed down to his son Isaac, whom Sarah bore, whom Yah referred to as Abraham's only son. This can be confirmed in both the books of Genesis and Jubilees. In the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 19, it says, "And Elohim said, Sarah your wife shall bear you a son indeed, and you shall call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him." And likewise in the book of Jubilees, chapter 20, verse 11, it says, "And he gave to Ishmael and to his sons and to the sons of Keturah gifts, and sent them away from Isaac his son. And he gave everything to Isaac his son." Now Isaac had 2 sons, Esau and Jacob. But the covenant Yah made with his father, with Isaac's father, Abraham passed to Isaac's son Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel, which again can be confirmed in both the books of Genesis and Jubilees. In the book of Genesis, chapter 28, verse 13, it says, "I am Yah Elohim of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon you lie, to you will I give it, and to your seed." And again in the book of Jubilees, chapter 2 and 20, it says, "And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from amongst all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have sanctified him unto myself forever and ever." Now Abraham confirmed this directly to Jacob in the book of Jubilees, chapter 19 and 27, and tied it back to his fathers before him. "Jacob, my beloved son, whom my soul loves. May Yah bless you from above the firmament, and may he give you all the blessings wherewith he blessed Adam and Enoch and Noah and Shem, and all the things of which he told me, and all the things which he promised to give me, may he cause to cleave to you and to your seed forever, according to the days of heaven above the earth. It is clear that Abraham fathered sons other than Isaac, and Isaac fathered a son besides Jacob, the names of which are not named in the blessings of Yah. But listen to what it said of these sons in the book of Jubilees, chapter 15 and 30. For Ishmael and his sons and his brothers and Esau, Yah did not cause to approach him. And he chose them not because they are the children of Abraham, because he knew them, but he chose Israel to be his people. And he sanctified it and gathered it from amongst all the children of men. For there are many nations and many people, and all are his. And over all has he placed spirits in authority to lead them astray from him. But to Jacob, who is Israel and his seed, he says the following. But over Israel he did not appoint any angel or spirit, for he alone is their ruler, and he will preserve them and require them at the hand of his angels and his spirits, and at the hand of all his powers, in order that he may preserve them and bless them, and that they may be his, and he may be theirs from henceforth forever. Hallelujah. This is the greatest love story ever told. And so on the seventh day, when Yah rested from his work of creating the 22 kinds of creation in the previous 6 days, he said the following regarding the seventh day or Sabbath day. In the book of Jubilees, chapter 2, verse 20, Yah says, And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from amongst all that I have seen, and I have written him down as my firstborn son. And I have sanctified him unto myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Sabbath day, that they may keep Sabbath thereon from all work. Yah chose the seed of Jacob, his 12 sons, called the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And it goes on to say in the book of Jubilees, chapter 2 and 21, And thus he created therein a sign in accordance with which they should keep Sabbath with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink and to bless him who has created all things, as he has blessed and sanctified unto himself a peculiar people above all peoples, and that they should keep Sabbath together with us. And the book of Exodus backs this up. In the book of Exodus, chapter 31, 16 and 17, it says, Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations, for a perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days Yah made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. But the Sabbath wasn't meant for all. In the book of Jubilees, chapter 2, it says, But he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to keep Sabbath thereon, but Israel alone. Them alone he permitted to eat and drink and to keep Sabbath thereon on the earth. This is the love Yah has for his chosen people, the people he created from Adam to Jacob. Yah has said in the book of Amos 3 and 2, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Now Yeshua the Christ comes from the house of Israel, the seed of Jacob. He says in Matthew chapter 15 and 24, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now Christ, who is the second man, Adam, and so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. And this can be found in 1 Corinthians 15 and 45. And Yah gave him dominion over all that is upon the earth and in the seas, and over everything that flies, and over beasts, and over cattle, and over everything that moves on the earth, and over the whole earth. And over all this he gave him dominion. You, Israel, so-called African American, you are the living love story. Now, it may not seem like it now because we are still fulfilling our 400-year captivity due to our disobedience. But praise Yah, we're at the tail end of it, and he has not forgotten the covenants that he made with our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In the book of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 13, it says, And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that your seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. But Yah said through the prophet Ezekiel in chapter 36, For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. And you shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and you shall be my people, and I will be your God. Yah has always made it clear who his people are. Remember when Yah sent Moses to plead for the children of Israel? Yah says to Moses, Thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, Yah Elohim of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. And he shared through the prophet Jeremiah his everlasting love. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and 3, he says, I have loved you with an everlasting love. How then do we reciprocate this love back to Yah? In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, it says, Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yah and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. O Yah, our Adonai, how excellent is your name in all the earth. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have ordained. What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? For you have made him a little lower than the angels, and have crowned him with glory and honor. You made him to have dominion over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, yes, and the beasts of the field, the fowl of the air, and the fish of the sea, and whatsoever passes through the paths of the seas. O Yah, our Adonai, how excellent is your name in all the earth. There were 22 heads of mankind from Adam to Jacob, and 22 kinds of work were made unto the seventh day. This is blessed and holy, and the former also is blessed and holy, and this one serves with that one for sanctification and blessing. 22 kind, Yah's creation and everlasting love for his people. Praise Yah.